Thank you so much, Carol. And I think I know most everyone on the line, but if you're joining us for the first time, my name's Cheryl Cortese. I'm a National Marketing Director. I think the title is now, we all have titles, growing up past NMD, it's PMD plus. But at any rate, it's 33 years of just a wonderful experience and one that only gets better all the time. And I love this call so much. I look at the 33 years and I feel like I've been, fairly consistent and strong and things of that nature. But on this call, every time I hear the stories, and of course there's so many people now with stories in the organization because there's so many people, but I'm brought to tears every time. I mean, I just so enjoyed them. Andrea and whole team, beautiful, beautiful tonight. And how often have we heard things like, I heard from Leslie say, her doctor say, what are you doing? And how many times in my career have I heard that story where somebody's doctor says, well, what are you doing? Because things are so much better. And so it's related to so many different things because the body deals with all sorts of things as we hear. Everybody's different. But that question, what are you doing? Because whatever is better. And then, just the time freedom this gives. I mean, such touching stories about, children and their need for us in their lives. And yet life is so demanding. And then I hear from, I think it was Linda, when she said a door opened for her. I so identify with a door opened for me that I didn't know existed. So when Andrea said courage, having the courage to really share the story, make sure that you reach out to people that you care about and and they'll reach out to people. Today as an organization, we have thousands of people in our organization because Jeff Roberti, my sponsor, had the courage and the tenacity and just reaching for his own excellence, his own, future. He managed to involve so many of us. And we think about this too. Not any of us could make money unless somebody else made money. So how beautiful is that? Well, on this Thursday night, we have been taking advantage of inviting a surprise national marketing director to be with us each time so that we can just kind of go back and forth on exciting news of the day. They can share their information and perspective as well. And so tonight, do I have Tammy Lamason with me? Tammy is a national marketing director from Tennessee, I think is where she's located now. Tammy, check in with me.
I am here.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, she and I are going to talk to you tonight about some of the exciting news from the conference and then how you back that news up with activity. And that news is that even though we have amazing bonuses now that have been put in place, since January, they're continuing to add to and extend those bonuses. And this is one I was very excited about. We've been requesting this for a long time. And I think it's going to be really just the tweak that everything needs for the most perfect Juice Plus experience as far as business is concerned. And that is that there will be a bonus now attached to qualifying your business, new qualifiers. And if we look at our business and you're really in business to capture the full potential of the pay plan, and my guess is that you're on this call with us tonight because you do want to take full advantage of the potential of our pay plan, of our compensation plan. And so if you want to really take full advantage, then understanding qualification for your business to make sure that there's no money left on the table when your check comes, and understanding how that works, and then being rewarded for it by the company as well, I think is a wonderful combination because to, stay qualified is really the foundation of what makes your business pay at the highest level, and it really gives you the best possible advantage of doing really, really well, especially over time, and teaching people to do the same thing because you're truly a model and you're modeling the behavior that you want repeated, and that's going to always happen. So looking to yourself as to what your activity looks like is going to be very important, and we're going to talk about that too. But the bonus itself, I think, Tammy, maybe you can share just a little bit about yourself, and how you feel about qualification, but also maybe share the highlights of this. And
Sure. Did we lose you, Cheryl? I don't see your picture. Can you hear me?
She looks frozen.
Sure. Well, I'll go ahead maybe while she's getting unfrozen, thawed out. I will share. Don't you love technology? You love technology, right? It's your friend or not. It depends on what day it is. But my name's Tammy Lamason. I am from Chattanooga, Tennessee as of 2 years ago, this coming Thanksgiving. And because of Juice Plus, we were able to say yes to move after 23 years in North Carolina. My husband's a physical therapist, and we moved to North Carolina when we had one little one. She was just 19 months old, and I am happy to say that in 2 weeks, we will be expecting our very first granddaughter. So that little 18-month-old, when we moved to North Carolina, is now expecting her first. And actually, my sponsor, Andrea Niemeyer, and my sideline sisters that spoke on the call previous, Andrea and I are both excited because we are both having Juice Plus grandbabies, and our daughters are due on the exact same day. Now, we cannot make this up, right? You can't make that stuff up. So I'm excited that one of my dearest friends, she and I are both expecting our grandbabies on the same day. She's having a boy, I'm having a girl. Who knows what can happen down the road, right? So anyway, I'm so excited. You know, my story, a little like what you've heard before, when the kids started, when we started Juice Plus, our kids were 7, 4, and 1. And Wendell, my husband, was the one that was introduced to Juice Plus out on the golf course by a gentleman that is no longer in the business. And he was direct to Dr. Niemeyer and Andrea. And that's why I was able to move to be frontline to Andrea. And you know, you think, wow, they left the business. I think I remember Jeff Roberti saying, I think it was his sponsor that is no longer in the business either. So, you know, I'm so grateful that he shared it out on the golf course. So I'm forever grateful for a stranger that was not afraid to speak up and come to my husband. My husband was very skeptical, like Andrea mentioned earlier, and said that that he needed to see the research. And lo and behold, this guy shows up at the clinic and has research. So fast forward, we're all taking it. And I was the mom that lived at the pediatrician's office, and I just thought that was a normal thing with kids that were little. And we also went to church with our pediatrician, so I knew her on a personal level. So on a Sunday afternoon, when I got a phone call, I didn't think anything about it. However, her first question to me was, have I offended you in some way? And I was just like, what? And she said, I've noticed that the Lamasons haven't been in to see me in 10 months. And I'm wondering, did you find a new doctor because I've offended you? That's when we knew we were on to Juice Plus. And we decided then and there we would be on it for life. So I'm so excited. Fast forward 19 years, and we're now expecting our first Juice Plus grandbaby. And the business was not something I was looking for. It just happened because I love to share when something's good and I, you know, see results. I start sharing it. And after about 10 or 12 referrals, I was told, you know, you could be paying for your own family's Juice Plus. And as a math major in my previous life, I taught middle school math. It just made sense. And I'm so grateful because of that. We were able to do things, and I'm able to stay home with my children. We were able to go on vacations, and we were able to ultimately decide to make a decision to move to Tennessee to be near our children and now our future grandchildren. So I'm excited about these new incentives. And Cheryl, are you back on?
Tammy, she was texting Josh. It looks like she's having trouble getting back on. It must be her internet. Okay. So if you want to go over the incentives.
Yes. So I know that, and I believe, I'm not really sure, but I believe they're going to be launching the new incentives sometime tomorrow. They're launching them. They're effective. I think they're going to be giving a new sheet because I haven't seen it yet. And if you are on here and you have seen it on Insights, please let me know. But I do have it from our NMD chat. So how many of you have heard about the qualifying bonus incentive that they are launching? Anyone? Okay, great. So if you are, this can benefit absolutely anyone on our in our community. So let me speak first to someone that has never qualified their business before. So you have never qualified and you are going to be working towards qualifying your business. Now you do have to be at the QSC level in order to qualify your business. So what is that? That's about 7 families getting Juice Plus. To get to the QSC level, I would say that's 14. So if you have a husband and wife, that's 14 orders. To get to the QSC level with a spot, and you can do that with team, and that's how you can get to the fast track. Then you can qualify on the next month after you hit that promotion. Everybody clear on that? So even if you've got a brand new partner, I love the incentive. Let's get them to that QSC promotion within that first 30 days, and they can grab a hold of a lot of great bonus money and they can qualify. So if you already are at QSC level, the very first bonus is a cash reward. And that cash reward is if you qualify October for the first time, you'll earn a $50 reward. If you qualify November, another $50 reward. And if you qualify in December, you're going to get a $100 reward. I need to put my glasses on, make sure I'm not missing any fine print. So correct me if you have read that wrong. Now, one of the questions that have come up is, what if I qualify in November for the first time? You will receive the $50 reward. And if you qualify again in December, you'll get the $50. So it's 1 of the 3 months, 2 of the 3 months, or 3 of the 3 months. And you can earn that cash reward. Now, here's what's awesome. Our company realizes, you know what? Things happen. Some people had qualified before and they fell out of qualification. Well, guess what? You can still get in the game. If you haven't qualified in the last 6 months, you can also participate in this cash reward. So I want to challenge all of you. If you're one of those and you have qualified before, get qualified here in October and take advantage of the 50, 50, the 100. So that's $200 in bonuses. I mean, Christmas is coming, y'all. We need to make sure we start putting some money away, right? So take advantage of that if you have not qualified in the last 6 months, or you start making your list of your team members and you can go back onto your virtual office to see who might be in that category and reach out to your team members and see if they would like to take part in this. So the second, so that's the first is cash reward. The second is, let's say you're already qualified, right? I've already had one to reach out, one of my team members, she's like, wait a minute, what's in it for us? We've already qualified. Well, I'm so glad you asked. Okay, specials. Number 2 is a special speaker online event. Say that really fast, 5 times. So special speaker, if you qualify and you stay qualified October, November, December, you are going to get a personal invite, a special invite from the company to attend a motivational speaker online virtual event, and it will happen the end of January. And it's going to be a blockbuster speaker. Now, if I know the company, they're going to make it amazing. So I have no idea who it is, but I know it's going to be great. All right, so you want to be a part of that. So if you're already qualifying your business, or let's say you qualified 3 months ago and then you've fallen out. So you may not fall into the cash reward, but you'll fall into this reward. Get your business qualified again for October, November, December. All right, we got 2 more weeks, y'all. We can finish out the month strong and we can be qualified again. There's a third way. If you would like to be involved in the third way, if you achieve the minimum of 24 clubs, so you have 24 businesses under you that are qualified in your organization. And if you achieve that 2 out of the 3 months of January, February, March. So let's say you're at 20 club right now. I would work really hard to get to 24 club and stay 24 club 2 of the 3 months of January, February, March. If you achieve that, you're going to be invited. It's an invitation only to an online virtual leadership or in-person event just for leaders, because we realize at 24 Club, you are truly leading a team and they want to pour back into you. So that is 2 out of the 3 months, and that will happen the end of April, and you can choose virtual or in person. And then number 4 is achieve a minimum of 100 clubs in all 3 months of April, May, and June. And if you achieve that, you will have a VIP elite leadership opportunity to attend at the end of July. Now, this one I'm super excited about, because how many of you have ever wondered about all of the places that they grow our fruits and vegetables? Like, wouldn't you just love to wear Lisa Pebble's boots and go out there and, and those special boots she wears just to go see where all of this is grown? Well, guess what? Number 5, you can earn a Juice Plus Farm Fresh Experience trip of a lifetime. And as a 12 club or higher, if you grow, well, you have to grow your qualifiers amount between October and April, and whoever grows it the most compared to September of, which is last month, you can be one of 100 global winners invited to get your own boots and go be available to see where all of our fruits, vegetables, and berries are grown. And that's quite an achievement. So I'm excited about what they have put out there. And honestly, and I don't see Cheryl yet, but honestly, qualifying your business.
Tammy, sorry to cut you off. She just wants to, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, no.
Quickly talk about how we qualify for
Okay.
other people who qualify, so I can do it or you can, it's your call.
Hey, Josh, let's go back and forth. I love it.
Okay, cool, guys. So Cheryl's trying to get logged back in. She can't. I don't know if there's an internet issue, but she just can't get back on. So quickly, if we look at a PB qualification, performance bonus, we're basically looking at about $1,800 in the month of business done. The way I like to explain it within my organization is if we do quad orders, because that's probably a very common order with us now, we're looking at about $400 an order or $100 a month on installment. Your performance bonus qualification is going to be accumulation of your orders, your customer orders, your partner orders, and your partner plus orders within your organization. So all we're really looking for here, guys, is about 18 orders if it was quad packs. And Tammy, I don't know if you've got a different structure over there, but please tell me if you see, you know, a different. The numbers are the same, but if the products go together differently, we're going to get
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. So quad, like you said, 18. Trio, if they're doing the trio pack, it's 24, but we love to round up 25, go 25, and that'd be a magic number for trio. And so same thing. It's the paid per month volume.
And guys, you know, one thing I know Tammy obviously teaches, and one thing I'm a big believer in, and really this all kind of comes down from Cheryl, but whatever you do is what everybody else does here. Qualifying a business is kind of like, you know, I don't want to say a flu. I feel like that's bad timing, but you know, if you do it, everybody does it, everybody gets it, you know, and so it's certainly something that is the foundation of this business. And man, if those qualifiers start coming in, your deal just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And it becomes what I think we all want this thing to become, you know, at some point, farther down we get down the road, is a bigger signature on this planet of health, helping people being healthy. So, Tammy, anything else on performance bonus qualifying?
You know, I think that you hit it. I mean, honestly, we just need to keep it simple. I think when we keep the numbers, you know, the 18, the 25 for the quad or the trio, we share it that way, that it's your orders, your partners, your partner plus. I mean, it's showing that it's together that we can do this, and qualifying your business, like you said, Josh. I mean, that number becomes one of the largest numbers on your check down the road. And so it's going to build a stable business. And let me just tell you, when you're working with your team, teaching to qualify your business, Andrea and I have done this many times. Let them not qualify 1 month and see the difference in their paycheck. They're not going to let that happen again.
No.
So it does really build. It's the brick of your business. It builds the stability.
Yeah, and if we look at the big checks, guys, you know, when you go on the pay plan and you start to look at all the different ways the money's coming to you here, the sales profit commissions, that, you know, ends up being very small compared to your performance bonus, your promote out bonus, and that's the accumulation of people to go qualify their business. You know, that 3% and then 6% as those SCs start to come in. You know, when we talk about 10,000 and up a month, 100,000 a month, you know, bigger, right? It gets bigger. However big the person thinks. Carol Turnbow and I were talking about that tonight. You know, we all get into the size of the fish tank. We grow to that size. And this is a business that, you know, 10, 15, 20,000 a month that comes in from that performance bonus, promote out bonus, and teaching people to qualify. So,
Absolutely.
Tammy, anything else?
I would just add one more thing, and Cheryl had mentioned it. You know, it's really important to go wide, and the reason why, and to keep adding, because hopefully you are really going to be encouraging your new team members to get to that QSC level, which is what we want for them to be able to earn. Then the 10% keep going. What happens is then they move into their own, they start qualifying their business, and those numbers are not counted for your PB because they're going into their own. So it's really important for you to continue to build wide so that you're always pouring in to that qualified number, and that you're not worried about moving somebody out, right? And that you want them to promote. We truly want them to promote to get the full benefit of our marketing plan. But that's why we need to go wide. So don't be afraid to ask. Just like the golfer talked to my husband, you know, he wasn't afraid, and I'm so thankful.
Yeah, in the qualifying too, you know, as you look to go wide, it's so important too when we start to look at POB. You know, sometimes people get to that SC position and, you know, as a push to get there, and then they kind of throttle back off the gas a little bit. And what happens if those people aren't continuing to go into the system, and with your promote out bonus starts to fall off. And then once you get the same thing, Tammy, with the performance bonus, man, once they get the check and it's there, and then the check it's not there, it's like, imagine getting the POB and losing the POB. You know, it's the same thing. So going wide definitely solves all problems.
Absolutely. Cheryl always says the answer to a Juice Plus problem is go get some new team.
Go wide. 5 new people. So Tammy, thanks so much for coming on with us. Thanks so much for your time, sharing your story, your team, everybody. Carol, I'm going to flip it back to you. And guys, we're here every Thursday night, so we'll see everybody next week. Everybody have a great weekend.
Thanks. I actually just have one question, and I don't know if Tammy knows the answer or not, but do you know how long we'll be able to view the conference? And if you guys haven't seen conference, I'm telling you what, it's the best $15 you will ever spend, ever.
Andrea, or somebody, I think it's up to 2 weeks. I could be wrong. At first I heard 1 week, and then I heard up to 2 weeks.
I believe it is still up.
Ro, you can unmute. Did you know the timing? It is still up. Yeah. But if
it's through the end of October.
Oh,
okay.
Tammy is right. It is 2 weeks.
I'm telling you, spend the $15 if you haven't.
Absolutely.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know we're all missing the in-person ones, but it was as good a virtual event as you can have. It's great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like that I could rewind and replay, and yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thanks for having us. Thanks, Josh.
Guys.
Thank you, Tammy.
Thank you. Thank you, Tammy. Really appreciated it. Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Yes,
Good night.
thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Awesome.